recording. Hello, welcome to WealthX Live. We are live now. We are live now. If you can hear me, say hi. Just use the comment section, please. Use the comment section if you can hear me. We are testing our audio. We are testing our audio. If you can hear me, just use the comment section, please. Use the comment section, please. Use the comment section, please. Okay. You can use the comment section. Use the comment section. All right. Baba. Use the comment section, please. All right. Welcome to WealthX Live. Today we are going to continue on what we started earlier on Builder's operating system. We started from Pillar 1 last week. And then we are going to continue on that target today. We started on Pillar 1 last week. We are going to continue on that target today without wasting much of our time. Last week we spoke about the Pillar 1, C. We spoke about C. The builder needs to see before everyone else. So if you cannot see it, you cannot make fortune out of it. So we spoke extensively about Pillar 1 and how we can be able to make fortune out of it. So Pillar 1 on the builder operating system, which is builder operating system. The Pillar 1 emphasizes on see. If you don't see, there's nothing that can happen. So you need to see first, and see is the first thing that we need to do now. So if you can't see, you cannot make fortune out of it. And in our builder's operating system, which is BOS, so we have 7 pillars. We have C, which is BOS. So we have 7 pillars. We have C, position, build, own, multiply, and legacy. So we are going to check all this extensively in our life. We are going to show how to build, how to see, how to build, how to multiply, and how we can build with legacy. So that about the builder's operating system. Today, without wasting much of our time, we are going to go to pillar 2, which is build. Pillar 2 spoke about build, and pillar 2 spoke about move, and we are going to check move today. So move from fission to movement. From fission to movement. When you have fission without movement, it is just hallucination. Fission without movement, without a natural death. So you need to move, and movement is not, even if the fear persists, they move. And that is what we want to discuss today, builder's operating system move. So we are going to see some of the things that we need to do. As we know, the greatest strategy is not lacking fission, it is processing fission without movement. Every one of us, we understand that if I ask you, do you have fission? Almost everybody will say we have fission. We have fission, and we are onto something. They will say we have fission. We have fission. I want to become this, I want to become that. So, but fission without movement is not good. You can't go there, because fission without movement, the fission without wanting to do tomorrow. And even if they tell you what they would like to do tomorrow, the chances is that they are not going to do it. They are not going to do it. Why? Because they are found in operating system of survival operating system, that is OSO. What they do, the survival operating system, they do something. SOS. We have BOS for the builder, and we have SOS for the survivor. So they plan, they read, they pray. So they plan, they read, they pray, and they do what? They wait for perfect condition. That is the SOS for you. That is SOS for you. What they do, they plan. They can take like 10 years to plan what they wanted to do. They plan. I want to start a business. They will start planning. I want to start a career. They will start planning. I want to start this. They will start planning. So once you go back there, after 2 days, after 3 days, they are still planning to read. You need to read. They will go and pick what they are reading, and after they read, they pray, and they begin to hang on the religions. Okay, let it put this way. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. SOS, they do what? Number 1, they plan. And after they plan, they read. After they read, they pray. No, let's put pray here. After they read, they pray. After they pray, they wait for perfect condition. That's what they do. That's what they do. So they plan, they read, they wait for perfect condition, and that is what we call survivor mode. I call it survivor mode. I don't want to call it operating system. I call it survivor mode. SM. So I will call it survivor mode. Survivor mode. I call it survival mode. Survival mode. What they do, they plan. They can take 10 years to plan anything. They can take 10 years to plan. They can take 5 years to plan. They can take this thing to plan. So they can plan anything. They can plan anything. They can plan. They read. They can read. They read, they pray, and also they wait for perfect condition. That is what they do. They plan. They can plan everything. And then they read. They can read. They read, they pray, and also they wait for perfect condition. That is what they do. They plan. They can plan everything. And then do we want to stay there to be planning anything? Do you want to be planning your life based on planning alone without doing anything tangible with your life? No, because we don't want them to be doing like that. So we want to move us to the builder's operating system, where we understand that life moves, that nothing moves in life until you move. Your goal, your vision, everything that contains your life, nothing really moves in life until you move. Without you moving that thing, nothing moves. If you have that plan for the next 10 years, if you don't do anything about it, nothing moves. Nothing moves. It will stay there. Have you ever seen where they park a car and they begin to turn the steering? The steering will not be moving. Why? Because the car is parked. So many people think that movement is when they are reading books. No. Movement is where they are praying. No. Some religious people, they just hide under religious. They begin to pray. When you pray from now till tomorrow, if you don't do anything, you are still on the same spot. You pray from now till people, they just hide under religious. They begin to pray. When you pray from now till tomorrow, if you don't do anything, you are still on the same spot. You pray from now till next year. If you don't do anything, you are. Or when you move, the movement will create the perfect condition. When you move, the movement will create the perfect condition that you desire. That is it. Everything moves in life. Life moves. Opportunity moves. Market moves. Technology moves. And builders also move. Everything is moving. Everything is moving. The builders move. The lives move. Technology move. Everything is moving. Even the way people are making money now is moving. If you think that the way that they make money in 20th century is the way they are making money now, no, you are wrong. You are not going to make anything. Now we have many internet millionaires. We have people that are just doing something on TikTok, on Instagram, that they are making money. Now, if you think that if you go to school, you make money now, you are getting it wrong, because you may end up borrowing money after graduating from school. Why? Because everything is moving. The life has moved on. The market has moved. Before, if you want to sell anything, you need to open a shop thing now. They are calling it drop shipping. Many of them doesn't even have those things. They don't have it in their warehouse. When you call them, they do drop shipping and they deliver the goods to you without even moving out of their house. So that is what we are talking about. That is what the market moves. Now, what is move? What is move? Everybody, we know that. Please pause the thing or reduce the volume. So we know that the move. What is the move? What is the move? The move is an action word. It's also a noun, but I will dwell more on the action word, which is move. Move is the disciplined action to act on what you see. Move is the disciplined action to act on what you see. Move, it is the disciplined action to act on what you see before certainty arrives. Move is the disciplined action to act on what you see. Move is the action to act on what you see before certainty arrives. So if you don't see my writing, please listen to my words. Move is the disciplined action to act on what you see before certainty arrives. So we need to understand that clarity is not the prerequisite for movement. Confidence is not the prerequisite for movement. So what am I saying? I'm saying that You don't need to get 100% clarity. You don't need to get 100% certainty. You don't need to get 100% confidence before you move. All those things are the byproduct of movement. All those things are the byproduct of movement. When you move, clarity will open. When you move, confidence will come. When you move, you gain momentum. So movement, it is not the confidence is not the prerequisite for movement. Clarity is not the prerequisite for movement. Movement activates confidence. Movement activates clarity. Until you move, you can never gain clarity. That is it. You need to move first. That is what we are talking about. So we are saying move, move, move. Does it mean that we should move recklessly? No. We are not talking about reckless movement. We are not talking about emotional excitement movement. We are not talking about activity to just looking busy. Some of us, instead of us to focus on our vision, we just want to demonstrate to people that we are doing something, that we are moving. We just want to demonstrate that we are moving something. We are doing something. Why? Because we think that movement is nothing but keeping busy. We think that movement is nothing but being busy. So we want to see the difference between the builders and the survivors. We want to see the difference between the builders and the survivor. Now, we understand that as a builder, when you have a goal, when you have a vision, you have a goal that you want to work on, and then immediately that you are working on that goal, some doubts begin to come in. Hesitation comes in. Fear comes in. Many things comes in. And then you begin to doubt yourself. Can I start this business? Can I start this thing? How can I do this thing? There are many things that comes to you as a result of you want to think bigger. Because our brain on the normal, it wants to get comfort, want to get familiar with what we are used to. So whenever you want to stretch the brain to think of anything different, to process something different, there's a way that it will be challenging you. So now, the survivor, they will now wait until they have confidence in what they want to build. Now, instead of them to start building, they want to know more about that thing so that they can get confidence from it. Okay, for instance, let's say I want to start a business now. I want to start how to sell phone, or how to do a business now. What they will do, they will start waiting to know more about what they wanted to do. They will be asking so many questions. I'm not saying that you should not do your due diligence if you want to start a business. That's not what I mean. And some people, after they did so many due diligence, they have enough information for them to move, but they will still not move. Why? Because they are waiting to get confidence before they can move. They are waiting to get confidence before they can move. Why? Because they think that the confidence only comes when they know a lot about what they are doing. But that is not. The confidence comes when you take action. Action activates confidence. Action activates confidence. Action activates confidence. If you don't see my writing, listen to my word. Action activates clarity. Action activates momentum. So the action that I'm talking about here, so movement activates confidence, it activates clarity, and also activates momentum. So some people think that before you can do something, so movement activates confidence, it activates clarity, and also activates momentum. So some people think that before you can do something, before you can achieve something, you need to understand that there's no fear. So the people that are doing something, not that they don't have fear, go and ask anybody that are doing something. When you want to start a journey concerning building anything, maybe your career, your business, anything, go and find out from everybody that have built something in the past. Whenever they are building, they have a mixed emotion. They have emotion of fear, and they have emotion of good emotion and bad emotion. Fear creep in, they hesitate. Not only you, what you are thinking now that is not possible, everybody at that junction as at that time, they perceive it the same way that you are doing it. But what happens is that movement is with courage, and courage is not lack of fear. Courage is movement despite the fear. So you have movement, and then not that you don't have fear. Fear will be there, but instead of the fear, you will now move despite having that fear. So the movement is moving without the survivor. They cannot move without certainty. The survivor people, they want to have all the information before they move. They want to learn everything that they could before they move, and that's survivor people. But if you are a builder, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the answers. Just have few answers to take you to something. Let's say you are reading ABC. As a survivor, they want to read from A to Z before they start. The survivor, they cannot move without certainty. The survivor people, they want to have all the information before they move. They want to learn everything that they could before they move, and that's survivor people. But if you are a builder, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to have all the. They see guarantee. They want to have guarantee for what they are doing before they move. But the builder pursue growth, and they move despite fear. The builder, they want people that will massage their ego, not that people that will push them to what they wanted to do. And nothing change until you apply it. Nothing change. So let's go to some things. This movement, we need to understand that movement deals with our thinking, our belief. And then if you don't move, you start move. And what movement does? Movement neutralize fear. When movement appears, fear diminish. When movements appear, fear also do what? Let's say fear is as big as this. Let me draw so that we can see what I mean. Let me draw so that we can see what I mean. Now, let's say without movement, this is how fear is. Without movement, this is how big fear is. No movement. This is how fear is if you don't move. The fear was so big, to be so big that can prevent you. This is you. This is you. Right? This is fear. Why? Because you don't move. That is you, that is fear, because you don't move. But immediately you start moving, you don't change. You don't change. It's still the same you. That is you, that is fear, because you don't move. But immediately you start moving, you don't change. You don't change. It's still the same you. Can you see? Now, without movement, see how fear how big the fear is. And then someone define fear for me, if I could remember. He said fear is fake evidence appearing to be real. Fake evidence appearing to be real. Fear. Fake evidence appearing to be real. Now, I think the definition did a justice to fear. Fake evidence appearing to be real. You know, when you have a shadow is like human. When you see a shadow reflecting on the wall, it's like human, but you can't touch it. You can't catch it. But it's a shadow. But to some people, fear is like a shadow. Fake evidence appearing to be real. And then this fear is demonic. I can say it to be real. And then this fear is demonic. It's demonic. What will cripple your thinking until it makes your vision to have a natural death? Why? Because you entertain fear. Now, what am I saying? Now, what prevents people to move? Fear. And then if you don't move, see how big the fear is. But if you continue to move, fear will be continue to come smaller until fear disappear. Why? Because it was appearing to be real initially, and when you start moving, you uncover some things on what you are doing. You start uncovering some things, and then the more you know, the less you fear about what you are building, right? Yeah. The more you know, the less you fear. But initially, because you are not moving, the fear is so big. Because you are not moving, the fear is so big. But when you started moving, you uncover some things on what you are doing. You start uncovering some things, and then the more you know, the less you fear about what you are building, right? Yeah. The more you know, the less you fear. But initially, because you are not moving, the fear is so big. Because you are not moving, the fear is so big. But when you started moving, the fear will be diminishing, and then you are going to know what you are going to do. Now let's go to architecture of movement. Architect of movement. So let's see how people can move. Architect of movement. Now, if you don't learn anything today, learn this. Architect of movement. Architect of movement. I'm going to put it this way. Let me put it this way. Architect of movement. Let me put it in a quadrant. Courage. Courage. Commitment. Then I put adaptation here. Adaptation and momentum. Don't lock this in again. Architecture of movement. Architecture of movement. And then when we say architecture of movement, you know, before you build a house, there will be architectural drawing before you build a house. And then the architect will look at the house. And then in his imagination, picture how the house, the living room, the sitting room, how big it is, how it will be, and they'll begin to design it. Now, we want to design our mindset, how we can move, how we can actually move. We want to design how we can actually move. And then if you want to move, these 4 keys are the keys to movement. And then let me number it. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 3 here, and number 4. Now, what do I call number 1? Don't mind my spelling, just listen to me. I'm just writing this one, my courage. My mouth is faster, my mind is faster than my hand. So number 1 is courage. The architecture of movement. Number 1 is courage. What is courage? Who can define courage for me? Courage. What is courage?
Courage is power to do something in spite of difficulty.
Thank you, Papa. Courage is ability to do something despite the fact that you don't have the clear information about it. Let me put it that way. Action before certainty. That is courage. Let me put it that way. Action before certainty. That is courage. Action before certainty. You know, if you are certain that when you get to Abuja, 1 million naira is waiting for you. You know, you can jump into the bus and start going. Because you know that for sure 1 million naira is waiting for you when you get to Abuja, right? That is not courage again, because you already are sure that something is there. But what if someone told you that it's like someone will give you 1 million if you get to Abuja? Can you start going now? You know, you begin to hesitate. What if this person doesn't give me? What if? So you begin to have what if? How many what if you will have? Because you are not certain if that person will give you that money when you get to Abuja. But you already are sure that some money is waiting for you. Now, let me put it this way. You know, some of us, we have inheritance. And we know that if our father go to where they want to go after so many years, maybe after 150 years, we have some things to fall back on. You know, there's this assurance that we have. Some of us, we don't even do any hard work again. Yeah. Because we know that our daddy has a lot of... Are you getting it now? So we begin to have the false courage. You may not even have the capacity to manage what they will leave behind you. But you will have this confidence in you that at least I have something to fall back on, right? Yes, that is courage. Now, let's say I have a vision. Someone give me, just give me something that someone can pursue. Anything, as a case study. Anything, a case study. Anything. Like a career, like a business, just give me anything. I want to use as a case study. Importation, right. Okay, our case studies today is importation. Now, importation, that's the case study. Hello? Hey, stop. So importation is the business proposal that someone wanted to do. They attended a seminar and someone just told them that you can make billions with importation, right? And the excitement was there, right? And because the person that gave the presentation is a guru, that builds their confidence, right? It builds their confidence because they are resting on the shoulder of someone that already makes some money from the business. So that builds their confidence, and that confidence builds their courage, right? And then they begin to look at what they have in their savings. Maybe they have like 10 million naira in their savings. Now, so importation is a case study and it's a business. It's a business. This is not a career. It's a business, right? Yeah. Now, so because she went to a seminar and they taught about importation, and this person that is teaching about the seminar is a successful man. He actually makes money from the importation. Not so many people that are selling cars, they are not making money. This person is actually making money from it. Now, this person has courage. Why? Because this person is credible, right? This person is credible. He is actually making money from importation. Now, what is commitment? As regard our case study, you know, after one or two trips, you import some goods from China, and then you borrow the money to import some goods. They gave you like a 2-month lead time for your product to arrive in Nigeria, 2 months. But after 2 months, you are still checking your bill of lading. the ship is still on the high sea after 2 months. After 2.5 months, the ship is still on the high sea. So the product arrives after the 90 days. That is 3 months, right? Now, the money you loan in bank, you loan against 2 months. Now, the business is going to 3 months now. The excitement that you have here, the courage that you have here, just fade out when you get to commitment. Are we getting it now? So, commitment is remain faithful with the vision, even when the excitement dies. When you remain faithful to the importation business, you remain faithful to that importation business. After the excitement fade away, you know, the excitement is that I'm going to receive my goods after 60 days, but you are unable to receive your goods after 60 days because of 1 or 2 things that cannot be, that's not under your control, right? And then the excitement will just gone. And then when you start something, the first week that you started that thing, check yourself. You are very happy about it. You are excited. You're happy to tell people that I'm doing this. Oh, sir, I'm selling this. I'm selling this. You are excited about the business. Check yourself after a week. Are you still have that momentum? Check yourself after a month. After a month, you will not be you have been going around say I'm selling this, I'm selling this. I'll now be asking, Papa, maybe you are selling clothes now? Because you advertise to like 10 people, nobody buys it. You advertise to like 10 people, nobody buys your good. Then excitement fade away. Then for you to even advertise again now is a problem. Then for you to even advertise again now is a problem. Why? Because you think that whenever you are advertising, people are buying it. You think that as soon as you are advertising like this, people are buying it. But they are not buying again. The courage that you have, if I sell this thing to you, and if people buy 10 pieces of this thing, I'm going to make 10 pieces of this thing, I'm going to make 10K. You sold to 100 people and nobody buys. And that is where commitment comes in. We are talking about movement architecture. Those are the things. So you have courage, but commitment is keeping to your vision even when the excitement fades away. Keeping to your vision even when the excitement fades away. No, let me share some story with you. You begin to see that many people, maybe they want to become a content creator. That if you are not seeing, you can come here. So maybe they want to become a content creator, and they started very good. They started well. They want to become content creator, and they are doing some things. So when they are doing it, this thing is very real. It's very, and what is preventing many people from not becoming a successful content creator nowadays? What are they doing? They release a video. They are expecting the video to have like 100 views. When they check back after 1 hour, the video does not have any view. When they check back after maybe 2 hours, it only have about 100 views. They have one view. So why? Because they were thinking that if they release the video, they are going to have more views. That if they release the video, they are going to have a lot of views. But because they don't see views now, the excitement about the video, the excitement about what they are creating has faded away, and they cannot have the commitment to pursue it again. Commitment was that whether the thing is working out or it's not working out, you stay committed to it. You stay committed to the vision. Nothing moves once. Whether it is going well or it's not going well, you stay committed. You stay committed to the goal. Nobody started things and work out the first place. Nobody started that way. Go and see anybody that blow on social media. Go and see their content for the past 10 years, for the past 2 years, for the past 3 years. Go and see their content. You see that they are doing all manner of things before they stuck on the one that actually work out. Yeah. But you just copy. You go and copy their sources. You are not copying their process. If you want to copy someone on social media, maybe you want to become a content creator now, go and look at how many videos has this person uploaded. Don't count of how many views, how many videos. Some of them have uploaded like 1,000 videos. Some of them have uploaded like 10,000 videos. And you are there. You just upload 10 videos and you get discouraged. Why? Because you lack commitment. So if you committed to that your goal and you keep doing it, after the excitement fades away, there's a chance that you are going to make it. That cloth that you are selling, Papa, if you stay selling it, people, you are calling it 1,000, 130,000 per 7 years, and people are not buying, maybe you need to change your environment, start selling it. But you start a business today, and after some time, the business is not moving, you change it, you start another one, it's not moving, you change it. Within a year, you started like 10 businesses. Why? You cannot even stay committed to one. You have a skill. You can sing, you can do many things. And so you don't even need to start business is even easy now. I'm telling you, if you want to become a musician before, you need to have a producer, you need to have your lyrics, you go to studio, then you submit your master copy to a producer. Producer will now tell you that if we make 10,000, your money is 2,000. They'll place you on on a return on investment that's not good for you, but because you want to blow, what you do, you accept it. But now you want to blow, what you do, you accept it. But now, to become a musician, you don't need anybody. Just start recording and release to TikTok, release to Instagram, release anywhere. Nobody, you don't need a producer. You don't need anything. To become richer now is even faster than before. If you want to write books before, you need a publisher. Publisher will now read your manuscript. They will read your manuscript. They will begin to read your manuscript and they will see the content. If your manuscript does not align with the vision of the publisher, they say, this book cannot sell. They will trash your book. Because the concept that you have in your book, it is not general. It is not a regular thing. And to a producer, they don't want to invest their money, to the publisher, they don't want to invest their money where they don't want to have their return on investment. They are purely doing business. There's nothing concern you and your book, condemn them and your book. They want to see how many copies of your book that will be sold so that they can have their money back. So if your idea does not align with their own idea, they will discard. But now you don't need that. You can release many books as far as possible. What is holding you back? What is holding you back? Please attend to him. What is holding you back? Now let's go to number 3. Let's go to number 3. Now we are still in this business of what? Business of importation. Now, adaptation now. No, adaptation is when you start with courage, you committed when the excitement fade away, and then you now learn to adapt. Sometimes, because you move, because you just get to this level means that you have moved already. If you get to this level, even if you get to this level, it shows that you have moved already, right? Because if you don't move, your excitement will not fade away. But because the excitement fade away, you stay committed. The excitement fade away, you stay committed. Because of that, you begin to now see plus or minus. You evaluate. You evaluate your ideas. You evaluate your principles. You evaluate your ideas. What are the things that is working? What are the ones that is not working? What are the things that is working? What are the ones that is not working? Then you begin to adapt. You know, I like to see the case study of some people. If anybody buys a car and I like that car, I will not copy that car. I will look if that person is doing something legit. Let's say a content creator buy a car and then I like that car. Instead of me to say I like the car and copy the car and say I want to buy that car next year, no, I will not do that. What I will do is that, what is this man doing? Please attend to him. What is this man doing? What is this man doing? What are the things that he's doing that I can copy? Now, let's say if you go to just take any now, if you go home, just go and do this. Look at anybody in your field. Look at anybody that is doing the research that you are doing, right? Like maybe a singer. Look at someone that's doing the research that you want. Don't copy the research. Dig down, go to their profile. Go to their Instagram profile, YouTube profile, any profile, go there. See how they started. Don't look at their recent video. You are going to get distracted. Don't look at their recent videos. Go and check their video 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You will see how they started. You that you are complaining now, your own start is even better than them. You that you are complaining now, how they started is even worse than your own. You have a lot of resources than them. But you copy the result that they just made yesterday. You don't learn the process. Now, if you go back as far back as you can on their profile, go and study it. Go back as far back as you can. When you go back as far back as you can, you will see how they started making that video with one light, with no light. They just rely on the reflection from the window. Then later they have one light. Later they have 2 lights. They have everything. And then let's say we're West Africa now. Maybe in the next 4 or 5 months now, we go to a big studio. And we begin to have audience of 100 in our YouTube live. As long as they want to copy, they will never know that this WealthX live started from an apartment. But if you look at our video, you look at our behind the scene, you understand that nothing starts bigger. Everything is big, but it doesn't start that way. So every vision that is big, have that big vision in you, have it in you, but have a step that you can start it in very low range. Adaptation. What is adaptation? Adaptation is adjusting your strategy but keeping on that vision. Adjusting your strategy. So what do I call courage? Courage is action before certainty. Commitment is remain faithful. Remain faithful when the excitement fade away. Now, what is adaptation? Adaptation is adjust your strategy. Adjust your strategy. Keep the vision. Now, your vision is the end goal, right? Your vision is the end goal, but there are many ways that lead to the market, right? But your vision is that you want to get to the market. Oftentimes, the best route that will take you to the market, you may not know until you start moving. It might even be the shortcut, but you may not know it. But until you start moving, you now begin to evaluate. And long run, let's say this is the market. This is the marketplace. This is the marketplace, right? And then this is you. Now you want to go to the market. This is your route that you have. But there may be a route like this, but you may not know. There may be another route like this, but you may not know. But this is your vision. This is where you are going, right? But when you start moving, let's say you are moving in this direction, you now meet an obstacle here. You come back, you reflect, you now come like this. You reflect, you now come like this. So instead of going like this to get here, you finally go like this. So when you move, something that is hidden begin to expose. When you move, some ideas that you don't even think that you know begin to expose. When you move, clarity that is not there begin to expose. When you move, you begin to gain confidence from your little victories. Are we getting it? You begin to gain confidence from your little victories, and then that will propel you to go further. That will propel you to go further. That will propel you to go further. Why? Because commitment will expose adaptation, and adaptation will now build the momentum. Now, the momentum is that small energy that you are putting. You refuse to get lazy. You refuse to let it go, and you are working on it on daily basis. Maybe you say, okay, I want to be releasing one solo music to Instagram every day. One solo music to Instagram every day. I usually get courage from my wife. She says she wants to start doing live every day, morning devotion live. So someday it was very tough, but she will wake up and do that live. Someday it's not easy. She will wake up and do that live. So when I saw the commitment, even the day that we are traveling, I help her pack the mic, the tripod stand, pack everything inside the car. She doesn't know. When she got to the hotel, say, I say, I have your kit. I have to go quickly rush down, bring the kit and give her. She did the live because I saw the commitment. Yeah. So, and then it begin to build your confidence on daily basis. Begin to build your confidence on this. So momentum, what is momentum? The small compounding effort that bring consistent results. Compounding effort, compounding small efforts that brings consistent results. Don't mind my handwriting. It's faster. That bring consistent results. That is it. That brings consistent results. We need to understand that movement is matters. Movement is the key to whatever you want to go. Even in Bible, we understand that the children of Israel, they are tormented for more than 400 years. And when they were tormented for more than 400 years, they saw a savior. And after the savior rescued them out of Egypt, they got to a place that they met a roadblock. And when they met the roadblock, the only commandment that God gave them is to keep moving, not going back. Right? Yeah. So what is that telling us? Movement does not prevent obstacle. Movement is going through your vision, exercising your faith, and keep going despite obstacle on your way. That is called movement. And if you cannot pierce through your obstacle and still move, there's a chance that you cannot get anywhere. Your vision is the opposite side of movement. And until you move, you can never get to your destination. So, the first pillar teaches us how to see. But I think that you can see 10,000 kilometers away. Are you there? No. You can see 1 kilometer away. Are you there? No. Until you move, you cannot find yourself there. Now, for some of us that are in Lagos Island, if you're on Lagos Island in Marina, do you know that you can see Apapa from Marina, right? You can see Apapa Wharf from Marina for some of us in Nigeria. But if you don't move, you cannot see yourself there. Sometimes as you are moving, you need to board the canoe. Because if you don't board the canoe, there's lagoon between you and your destination. There's different thing between you and your... And that is it. You are going to do it again. Now, let's go to the... Let me quickly go. Because of our time, we have limited time. I think we are going to do this pillar again. You are going to do it again. Now, let's go to the builder's framework. In the builder's framework, courage activates commitment. Courage activates commitment. Commitment activates the adaptation. Adaptation activates the momentum. Momentum activates acceleration. And then when you get acceleration, it shows that you are going to get to where you are going faster. You are going to get to your destination faster. When activation kicks in, you are going to get to your destination faster. When activation comes in, you are going to get to your destination faster. Okay, I'm going to write it again. I'm going to write it again for those of us that are writing it down. Builder's framework. We have already learned about the architecture of movement. Now, builder's framework now. The builder's framework, courage activates what? Commitment. Commitment activates adaptation. Right? Adaptation activates momentum. A momentum activates acceleration. Now, this one activates this, this one activates this, this one activates this, this one activates this. Now, so your goal is to move from just vision. This is your vision, and this is the movement. Now, your goal is to move from vision and exercise action, which is movement. From there, courage will activate commitment. Commitment activates adaptation. Adaptation activates momentum. Momentum activates acceleration. That is it. Until we do that, we cannot move like the way we want to move. So we have many. This movement thing, it is not a theory. It is not a. It's not a theory that I just pick up from a book. We have some biblical patterns or the people that exhibit movement. We have the Abraham. When God called out Abraham in Genesis 12, God called him out and he said that you have to move out of your father's house to the land that I will show you. So when you read that, you are not reading like a religious person. You are not reading like a pastor. You are reading like a builder. So when God called out Abraham, he said, I will go out of your father's house to the land that I will show you. Abraham moved without knowing the land. He said, I will go out of your father's house to the land that I will show you. A builder will move. But there's this framework that we know. There's this framework that we know. The framework of see and move. The same framework of see and move. And then the land first before I move. But Abraham moved without knowing the land. Abraham moved without knowing the land. But people, they will say, show me the land before I move. Now, there's this framework that we know. There's this framework that we know. The framework of see and move. The same framework of see and move. Advanced. So, how many of us know that Moses did not achieve his goal? The last week, we saw that Joshua, last week we spoke about see. And then today we spoke about move. Joshua exhibit both see and move. Joshua exhibit both see and move. Joshua confessed something that is not the reality. And then later when Joshua gets to the seat, he moves. Moses did not achieve his goal. Why? He did the first movement and take the children of Israel from Egypt to wilderness, but he failed to move from wilderness to Jericho. He was there for 40 years. But Joshua moved. So those are the biblical instances about move, so that you know that we are not talking about this as a theory. This is not what we are talking about. So you see that even Peter moved. When Peter saw Jesus walking on water, Jesus said, command me that I should come. And then Peter moved. Even the children of Israelites, when they got to the roadblock, they are going to divide them from the Egypt and their promised land. What did he do? God tell them to move. So in your life, what are you doing now? Are you moving? What are those things that you wrote down at the beginning of this year? Say, okay, I'm going to do this. Have you done? Have you done? Go and check it. So what is keeping you? Is it fear of unknown? Fear of uncertainty? What are those things that is keeping you? What are those things that is keeping you? And then you need to understand that if you don't move, nothing moves. So for some of us, you say, okay, you are talking about this. Has this happened to you before? I exhibit almost all the builder story. Let me share a story with you. At a point in my life, I took a job. I think I shared the story last week. I took a job that pays me half of what I'm currently getting, not because I don't like money, but because I saw value where I'm getting lesser now. And I see that I can increase my movement, right? But that's not my biggest story. I have a story, 2016. This year make it 10 years, June 2016. Before June 2016, I have trucks. About 2014, 2015, I have trucks. And in 2015 to 2015, I have trucks. And in 2015 to 2016, my truck failed. My business failed woefully. I don't have anything. Me. And what happened? When everything failed, I believed that I need to move. Ibadan was not the right place for me to do business again. And I need to move. What do I did? I moved from Lagos to Ibadan. How do I move? Ibadan was not the right place for me to do business again. And I need to move. What do I did? I moved from Lagos to Ibadan. How do I move? There's a cross bag that's very popular as at that time. That cross bag is very popular. You take the cross bag. And what you can have in that cross bag, I'll sleep. The only thing that I'm familiar with is I'm familiar with Lagos terrain. I've worked in oil and gas industry. I'm familiar with Apapa, Folawiyo, all those areas. And that is where we are lifting our fuel that time. Inside mosque, I will still come in here. I don't know where I will sleep. But I was just moving. So, and to cut the long story short, that same day, I ended up putting my bag in a self-contained apartment. Someone just rent the apartment 2 months before I got to Lagos. And I dropped my bag. The next day, the person gave me a spare key, said, this is your spare key to the apartment. And after a week or so, the person returned back to Ibadan and never came back again. That is how I inherited 10-month free apartment in Lagos. So to some people, they will say you are lucky. They will say you are lucky. You are lucky. What is lucky? Lucky. That's the vocabulary to people that people give to system that they don't understand yet. When people say lucky, there's some metrics in what they don't understand, and they can only call it lucky because it gives them comfort. Are we getting it now? When people say lucky, they don't really mean lucky, but they don't know what to call it because that's the only vocabulary that they can call it. And if you look at the metrics that make people call someone lucky, when you find the underlying metrics of how they behave, you will see that the element of lucky will fade away. How can you say I'm lucky? I got 10-month free apartment when I moved to Lagos without knowing where I will sleep the next day, even that night. How can you say I'm lucky? So, if you move, something that is not clear to you, as you are moving, it will begin to clear. Some confidence that is not there, begin to. So, there are many things that I can share with you, but the live stream will be too many. So, I can still share some days. I have so many stories that I want to show. How many of us have seen motion sensor light before? Motion sensor light. If you have not seen motion sensor light before, have you seen solar street lights that dim when you are not there, right? And when you get there, it's brightening, right? So what was equipped with that solar street light is motion sensor light. And what does that tell us? So it tells us that you need to move first before I shine light, isn't it?
That's true.
Are you getting it? It's telling you that you need to move first before I shine light. Not that I will shine light you before you move. You need to understand that life does not give clarity until you move. So, if you see motion sensor light, if they equip it in staircase, you will discover that as you are moving towards the next staircase, it's lighting up, the next staircase is lighting up, the next staircase is lighting up. And then let's say you have a solar street light equipped on the road. As you are going to the solar street light, as you are going under one, is lighting up, and another one is lighting up. That is how life works. Life is telling you that if you don't move, if you don't move, clarity may not come. If you don't move, light will not come. If you don't move, things will not come. That is it. So we are rounding up. We need to know that movement cycle, we cannot do the movement. There are many questions that I will give to us. Maybe I will drop those questions in our community. And if you are not in our community, you just comment. A number will be displayed on our screen. So just copy the number or send DM to my number 081 3350 8805. So we are going to add it to our community. You can ask questions. If you have some pending questions that you don't know, please send your question to my DM. We are going to add it to our community. This is not a regular YouTube channel. We are not going to be laughing here. This is not a comedy something. So 081 3350 8805. So the number will be displayed on the screen, don't worry. So we are going to be dealing with the things that make builder build what they built and how they can transfer it to generation that is coming. And that is what we are going to do as we are going. May God builders see before everyone else. You know, people saw Ibejuleki before others. They bought land when it was so cheap. And when people begin to see, they are selling. Why? Because they see before everyone else. Builders see before everyone else. They move before certainty. They move without certainty. They don't care. They just move. They don't care. They move. And then the third one is that they position. Next week, don't miss it on live, on site, in the studio. Don't miss it. Position. I'm going to teach us how we are going to do some strategic positioning. and how we did position in our business and we got the reward that same month as a result of positioning. I'm going to share the story with us next week. We did a position that cost us money, but I can bet you that we got the money back that same month as a result of positioning. So any question? Any question? Okay, we can move this. We can move this slide here.
So based on this, the classes of the points under structure, the
architecture of movement. Okay.
You mentioned courage, commitment, adaptation, and momentum.
Okay.
Then I want to ask, between momentum and commitment, where will passion for pursuit, like for what you want, that's in your as in targeting?
Okay.
What will it fall into? Is it a momentum or?
The architecture of movement, we have courage and we have commitment, right? Commitment, we have adaptation and we have momentum, right? Now, this is how the
is it a momentum or?
The architecture of movement, we have courage and we have commitment, right? Commitment, we have adaptation and we have momentum, right? Now, this is how the thing goes. So your question is, where will be passion fixed into?
Between momentum and commitment.
Yeah. Some people say, how can you start a business? Starting a business, you have to love what you do. Yes, because passion and business, passion, that passion that you mentioned now, is even standing with the vision. Yeah. And then without passion, you cannot even have courage for what you don't have passion for. Where are you going to get the courage? Right? Passion is the positive energy that even make you to get what you are envisioned in the first place. Are we getting it now? But where passion sits with, when everything fades away, is air. When the excitement fades away, it is passion that keep you going to stay committed to what you are building. Are you getting now? When the excitement fades off, it is the passion that makes you to stay committed. See, there's no business that you want to build. At some point, you are going to meet the roadblock. Even our business now, we have a bottleneck that we are trying to fix now in our business. There's a problem that comes when you grow in a business. I don't know. If you are micromanaging a business, you may think you don't have problem. By the time you want to scaling will expose some problem. And then, if you don't know how to manage those problems, it's either you scale up or you scale down. That is it. Thank you for that question. It's a very good question. It's a very brilliant question. Any other question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, the question I want to ask is a bit tricky.
Okay.
But might not necessarily be linked to what we've discussed. So, hard work.
Yes.
Growing up as a child, I was meant to understand that for you to, we are not all born with privileges.
Okay.
And then I once heard a man of God said, some people are born with different, hanging on different ladders.
Okay.
Some people are born with, they've given them leverage that you're not starting from zero.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting from maybe 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
While some people have to start from the scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I've heard that hard work is something that for you to gain anything or build anything, or to come out from that level 1 to whatever level 1 to, you must be very hardworking. But now bringing it down to our current reality now, we've come to understand that hard work isn't always the answer to what they've preached for all these years that you could achieve. So now I'm not asking, is hard work now, based on the condition, like the necessity. Now, what is the necessity of working hard? Do you have to work hard if you are born like somebody who have no leverage? Maybe you are like level 0, or hard work is something, whether you are born in level 0 or you are born in level 1.
There's difference between business and business. Some people, they are not really doing something. They are just keep busy so that people will know that they are doing something. Are we getting what I'm... Now, the level that you find yourself in life, whether level 1, level 2, level 0, any level that you find yourself, it is not your problem. But any level you live this life with is your problem. Any level, no problem. Any level, no problem. But if you live with 0 level, let's say enter with 0 level, no problem. Live with 0 problem is your problem. Why? Because if you want to say that I started with 0, I started with nothing, we have 1,001 people that started with nothing. And they get to where they are going. And then the reason why people think that they need to start from any 0 is because they don't even think like a builder. Do you know why? Please attend to him, please. We are having question and answer. Any level that you started with, I'm going to repeat it again. Any level that you started with, it is not your fault. Are we getting it now? But it can affect our thinking. It can affect how we process things. You cannot tell me that someone that is born into a wealthy family, scarcity, lack will be in his operating or our operating system. No. Those things are added advantage. But there's a way that you coming from lack, you coming from scarcity can be a benefit for you. How? Because you have already seen the world side. You can use that one to motivate yourself to go to the right side. Are we getting it now? So, let's say me now. What does my father leave for me? Maybe a carcass. A carcass. My father did not pay my WAEC. My father died before I did my WAEC. Not even education. Now my mom sponsor and other things. Okay, what am I saying? If you saw the negative side, it can be a motivational factor to Lagos. They are born in Lagos. Many of them are not as successful as people that came to Lagos. Do you know why? The reason is that people that are born in Lagos, they got familiar with everything going on in Lagos. And then there's a way that your brain processes information when you are familiar with something. Yeah. Familiarity is the thing that puts your brain. There's a way our brain processes information that we are familiar with so that you will not waste energy again to Lagos. They are born in Lagos. Many of them are not as successful as people that came to Lagos. Do you know why? The reason is that people that are born in Lagos, they got familiar with everything going on in Lagos. And then there's a way that your brain processes information when you are familiar with something. Yeah. Familiarity is the thing that puts your brain. There's a way our brain processes information that we are familiar with so that you will not waste energy again. You will just close information to you. Why? Because you also want to process any information because you are familiar with it. Now, someone from village that will be trekking 3 kilometers before they will see road. They cannot even see borehole water. They are drinking water from the stream. He finds himself in Lagos. He will not want to go back to the village. Are you getting it now? That person will have a burning hunger. Say, I dare not go back to village. Applying the hard work too. It's matter. And that is where our see work. You have to see follow ahead before hard work. See, Esau is very hard working. Esau is very, very hard because of him. And then, if you are not very skillful, you cannot kill an animal in the bush. So Esau is very skillful. He's hard working. But is he applying the energy to where profitable? No. Someone They are sitting at the feet of Jesus. This one that is listening is doing most profitable work, not the someone that is busy. People want to see themselves. Buy your energy to see someone that is using pencil to draw now and someone that is using AI to draw. Who are they going to arrive faster? AI will arrive faster. So we need to understand what you are doing. Now, let's say, okay, you are as a music minister, you are singing, you are hard work energy. As you are singing, you are keeping on your phone. You are not uploading on your social media. You are just laboring in vain. You are not going to blow. As you are doing hard work, you'll be uploading it. That is it. Any other question?
Please, I want to, in my own case, I have a passion. Since I was born, I have a passion. My passion is to teach people. When I was in Chakam, I get a chamber where people come. Because of my age, they were very happy. I have a passion. Since I was born, I have a passion. My passion is to teach people. When I was in Chakam, I get a chamber where people come. Because of my age, they were very happy. Because I teach them what I pass through and what you can succeed, what you can do to get victory, anything like that. So they were very happy. I established my church 3 years ago.
You want to start teaching people? Okay, Daddy, let's because of the live stream.
Okay.
If you have passion to teach, if I ask you 2-3 questions, I will know whether you are ready or not. Should I ask you?
Ask now.
Okay, what do you like to teach?
I've been telling people that any way I can develop myself, progress, I can teach in Bible school. Whether I want to go to school to complete.
Sir, what do you want to teach people
Bible
on?
School is good to me. I like that passion. Yes.
Okay, what is holding you back, sir?
I don't get the person that would, my mentor, the right place to go.
Now, Daddy, with what you have, you don't need any Bible school.
Sure.
You don't need any mentor. You just need your phone. Go to TikTok. Start teaching people on Bible stories.
Sure.
I'm telling you.
Because I have a lot of
See,
in my head.
millions of people are waiting for, even if it's jargons that you want to tell them, they are waiting for it.
I want to listen.
Anything that you want to tell people. See, if you want to teach now, you don't need anybody to teach to. Just open your phone, start teaching. You will see 1 or 2 people. After 1 hour, you will see about 38 people see your video.
Let me tell you something. There's one man, he say he get problem. He say, if I very rich, they don't take their land. Some of their land finish, you remain only 10. He's dragging the high court now. I tell him, go and read Psalm 82 from 1 to 5. 3 times. Go and read Psalm 94 from 5 to 6. 3 times. Go and read Psalm 68 from 5. He went to and read.
Because of the last stream.
He went to case and read that case. I say, go and pay tithe. He pay tithe. He come back and say, are you a prophet? I say, I'm not a prophet.
Okay, sir. I listen to you, sir. See, whatever to teach and you don't find audience, your audience are waiting for you. But the limitation between you and your audience is your phone. You can still have your phone without knowing what to use it for. Now that you get this information, you want to teach any topic that you want to teach, go online, open TikTok. Today, I want to teach on giving. Tomorrow, I want to teach on anything. Any topic, pick it. People will join.
So people will know. Yeah.
Yes, they will join.
We'll be seeing it as a series.
They will join. You don't need to wait for people. You don't need to vote to.
If I teach a big result.
You don't even need to wait until you become a leadership in a church before you begin to teach.
Yeah.
Are we getting it now? So you don't even need to go to any school before you can teach.
Or having a mentor.
Yes, or having a mentor. So any other question? Any other question? Next week, Sunday, 4 p.m., the same time. Thank you as we begin to see the operating system. Bye for now.
I come late because of water.
Next week, Sunday, 4 p.m.